This is coverage you can count on. WGAL News 8 at noon starts now.
Good afternoon. I'm Susan Shapiro. We begin with new information on the death of a woman found on a road in Lancaster County. The coroner says 43-year-old Magnolia Winchin of Lidditz was found unresponsive early yesterday morning on the road near Laurel Avenue and East 4th Street. The coroner says she died of multiple traumatic injuries, but the manner of death is still pending. The coroner says a skateboard was found nearby. A Lancaster man was killed in a crash early yesterday morning. The two-vehicle crash happened just after midnight at Willow Road and Horseshoe Road in East Lampeter Township. The coroner says 72-year-old R. Timothy Groff was driving one of the vehicles and died of multiple traumatic injuries. Giant Food Stores says it has now restored its ability to process credit card transactions. Card readers were down over the weekend and many customers had to use cash. We reached out to Giant to find out the cause, and it sent this statement that says in part, yesterday we had an issue that impacted select transactions. Our IT teams worked quickly to resolve the matter and restore transaction services. We apologize for any inconvenience to our customers. It's a gray day here in the Susquehanna Valley as we look live from our Harrisburg Skycam, and we could see some rain and scattered thunderstorms today. Meteorologist Mike Susko joins me now with more on the Monday forecast. Mike.
Yes, Susan, we are tracking the potential for a few more scattered rain showers and thunderstorms later on this afternoon. We're kind of this rinse and repeat pattern here across the Susquehanna Valley. And zooming on out, you can see a little bit of that rain shower activity down by D.C. and Baltimore. That will become more abundant as we go through the afternoon and evening. Some of those thunder showers could lead to some localized downpours, so don't be surprised if you end up seeing a little bit of heavy rain at times. Carlisle right now, though, it is dry and temperatures are in the upper 60s to low 70s. There's a little bit of a muggy feel out there because of that moisture, but here's a look at the 12-hour forecast. You can see those rain chances increasing a little bit as we head into the afternoon and evening. Again, it will be scattered, so not everybody will get the rain, but just be aware we do have a low chance for maybe a strong storm or two. There is a marginal risk across the Susquehanna Valley, with damaging winds being the primary concern if anything does in fact develop and reach severe limits. So we'll keep an eye on that for you here as we go through the afternoon, and we'll show you when we'll see calmer weather and more sunny weather return to the forecast. All
right, thank you, Mike. A car dealership in Shippensburg is cleaning up smoke damage today after a fire last night. The vice president and general manager of Shively Motors tells us the fire started around 8 last night in a building adjacent to the dealership. The attached showroom, which houses a classic car museum, has smoke damage. The VP tells News 8 about 35 classic cars have smoke dust on them and have to be cleaned. He shared these photos with us. About 75 firefighters responded to the fire.
Right now, we're just grateful for the support from our mutual aid departments, the assistance with this. You know, it took a while to find a fire, and it took a while to get the smoke and everything removed. So we're grateful for our mutual aid partners.
No one was in the building at the time, but one firefighter went to the hospital for heat exhaustion. A Lancaster County man is charged after police say he broke into a church naked and under the influence of methamphetamine. Police say 43-year-old Corey Calderwood broke into the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints on last Tuesday on King Street. Police were already looking for him for a retail theft at the Wise Markets on Millersville Pike on March 7th. The deadline for enforcement of Real ID is now Wednesday. PennDOT licensing centers have been very busy. A News 8 viewer sent us this video of the line Saturday at the PennDOT licensing center in East Lampeter Township, Lancaster County. Real IDs are optional for residents of Pennsylvania, but are required to board a plane or enter federal buildings. You can also use your passport or passport ID at TSA. Harrisburg International Airport is expecting a busy summer travel season, but airport officials say Real ID enforcement will be a factor this year and could present an issue for first-time travelers.
We don't expect mass chaos, but we know that there are going to be people that aren't prepared. So the TSA is working on a plan to help with that process. You know, TSA is in a difficult spot here. They have rules and regulations that they have to enforce.
To get a real ID, you need one document proving your identity, like a birth certificate, one document proving your social security number, like a W-2 form, and two documents proving Pennsylvania residency, like a utility bill and a driver's license. PennDOT is hosting a Real ID Day today. Driver's license centers that are typically closed on Mondays will be open until 4:15 today. In the Susquehanna Valley, that includes centers in Gettysburg, Carlisle, Enola, Lancaster, Lebanon, and York. And you can find more information about the Real ID and the deadline at WGAL.com. The primary election is May 20th, and today we're hearing from candidates for mayor of Lebanon. Incumbent Mayor Sherry Capello is up for re-election. She was first elected in 2009. Regina Ahn has more on the other candidates.
Capello is running for her fourth term as Lebanon's mayor. Prior to serving as mayor, she served as Palmyra's borough manager, among other roles. Republican Damian Vargas is a business owner in Lebanon City. This is his first time running for election. Cesar Liriano is a Democrat who ran in 2021 and is now running again. If he wins, he would be the first Latino American mayor. Scott Church was removed from the race as he didn't have enough signatures. Those in the running explain some of their goals for Lebanon.
Let's just keep going and see what else we can do, because we have more work to do.
As far as the opioid epidemic that we're currently going through, it's a nationwide problem, but I've personally had a bunch of friends and even family members relapse, OD, pass away, unfortunately. Even being on this block, I've seen countless times where people are out here just not looking good, looking sick. So I definitely want to give people the resources they need, have them understand that the government does care about them. Their leaders do care about them. They see that the problems are happening. They want to help. And one of the best ways to do that is to just get out in the city and talk to them.
We need to fix our parks. We need to make sure that our parks provide enough activities for the kids, for the family, not just the kids, because I think everything starts from the house. So if the parents are able to share moments, sport, it could be a sport, or even Agua Splash. We don't have a swimming pool anymore here in the city. So those are the most important things for me.
Back in March, Republican candidate Sharon Zook was one of two candidates removed from the ballot after having invalid signatures on her nomination petitions, but she is now running a write-in campaign. Regina Ahn, WGAL News 8.
News 8 is also following the race for mayor in Harrisburg, and you can watch all 5 candidates in the Democratic primary debate the issues on WGAL. News 8's Tasmin Mahfouz and Tom Lehman will moderate our mayoral debate live on May 13th at 7 o'clock from Harrisburg University. Today is the deadline to register to vote in the primary election on May 20th. You can scan the QR code. I'm not sure. Yeah, there we see it in the corner there that you see on your screen. It will take you to our website with all election information, including a link on registering to vote. After marking his first 100 days in office, President Trump spoke with NBC's Kristen Welker for Meet the Press on a variety of topics. NBC's Bianca Fasciani reports.
Logically, I mean, the fake news was
from the impact of tariffs.
The tariffs are going to make us rich. We're going to be a very rich country.
To the potential for a recession.
Anything can happen, but I think we're going to have the greatest economy in the history of our country. I think we're going to have the greatest economic boom in history.
Meet the Press moderator Kristen Welker covered a lot of ground in her exclusive interview with President Donald Trump, starting with the economy.
I think the good parts are the Trump economy and the bad parts are the Biden economy, because he's done a terrible job. He did a terrible job.
The president defended his tariff policy, which polling shows most Americans remain skeptical of, and analysts say could lead to higher prices. Small businesses in particular are asking for relief, but Trump says it isn't necessary.
They're not going to need it.
Okay.
They're going to make so much money.
The president has said immigration is the most important issue of his administration. He told Welker he's fulfilling his campaign promise with mass deportations. But critics say the administration is deporting people without due process and violating the Constitution.
Some of the worst, most dangerous people on earth. And I was elected to get them the hell out of here, and the courts are holding me from doing it.
But even given those numbers that you're talking about, don't you need to uphold the Constitution of the United States as president?
I don't know. I have to respond by saying again, I have brilliant lawyers that work for me, and they are going to obviously follow what the Supreme Court said.
The sit-down comes just days after the president marked 100 days in office, where the latest NBC News poll shows his approval rating sliding from his inauguration. Only 45% of Americans approve of the job he's doing. In Washington, Bianca Fascini, NBC News.
A bridge in Lebanon County will be shut down this week because of an issue found during an inspection. North Anvil Township says the inspection found 2 of the retaining walls leading to the Clear Spring Road Bridge have deteriorated halfway up and are starting to rotate. The bridge, which spans the Norfolk Southern Railroad tracks, will close indefinitely beginning Wednesday morning. PennDOT is delaying part of a road construction project in Lancaster County because rain is in the forecast. Lane and ramp closures planned for tonight and tomorrow night at the Route 30, Route 222 interchange project have been rescheduled. The traffic restrictions to switch northbound and southbound Route 222 traffic to the new bridge will now happen Thursday and Friday nights. The right lane and ramp on westbound Route 30 to northbound Route 222 will be closed from 9 Thursday night to 6 Friday morning. The left lane and ramp on southbound Route 222 to eastbound Route 30 will be closed from 9 Friday night to 6 Saturday morning. Detours will be in place for both projects. And PennDOT says a bridge in Lancaster County will now close tomorrow for 15 minutes, sometime between 8:30 in the morning and 3:30 in the afternoon. It's part of the Millersville Road Bridge project. The bridge over the Conestoga River between Rice Road and Circle M Campground in Pequay Township was supposed to close today, but more work has to be done, so the closure is now expected tomorrow. PennDOT says the stoppage could cause delays. And PennDOT says work is underway on Powell's Valley Road in Wayne Township, Dauphin County. This is over the bridge on the east side of the intersection with Price Road. The road is now closed. A detour is in place using Route 225, Rudder Road, and Enders Road. The bridge is expected to be open on Friday, May 30th.